Good morning. Today we're going to make a snowman. So all you need for this craft is going to be a piece of paper. It can really be any paper except white. I would choose a colored paper. So we're going to do a piece of paper and then some crayons. So I'm going to turn this so everybody can see what I'm doing. First, I'm going to write my name. So and I'm going to make a choice, whatever color choice I want. I'm going to practice my reaching. My crayons over here. Practice reaching. Grabbing a crayon. And then what we're going to do is some of you may write your name, some of you may have your helper write your name and then trace it. Some of you might do the hop on method where the student will hop on and the helper moves it, or just support at the top there, or it might be hand over hand. So write our name on the back and then we're going to flip it over. What we're going to do is we're going to draw 3 circles on our paper for a snowman, just like that. I'll try to turn it so you guys can see that so it's not upside down. And then, so the helper might do that, or the student, depending on what they're able to do. And then we're going to have the student is going to try to practice coloring in the snowman. So I'm just taking my white crayon and I'm trying to stay in my lines and fill in the snowman. And same with writing our name. You might do the hop on for this or hand over hand. Just a little bit of support depending on whatever the student might need. I'm coloring in, trying to stay in the lines. And even if the student is just making, little marks like that, that's okay. It doesn't have to be like, this is called fill coloring that I'm doing now, but not everybody might be there yet. So if they're just making little lines, just try to encourage them to get it inside the circle of the snowman. So there's my snowman body. This back a little bit. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is add a hat for my snowman. And some of you have practice or goals to practice horizontal and vertical lines. So I am gonna draw a line like that. So the helper would do this, and then the student is gonna practice tracing over that line. So this is the bottom part of the snowman's hat. Practice that. And then next, the helper is probably gonna draw another line like that, unless the student's able to, on each side, and then the student is gonna trace over it. And same with this. We're just making it in the shape of a snowman hat. So all those lines that we did, and depending on how you have your paper, I have mine upside down so everybody can see, we want to have the student practice. So they're practicing making those lines horizontal and vertical. And then they're gonna color it in just like we did on the snowman body. Make sure you're using that helper hand to hold on to your paper so it doesn't move when you're coloring. There I got my snowman hat. Next, I'm gonna do his eyes. So I'm gonna draw 2 circles for that snowman eye. And then his nose, I'm gonna reach for my orange crayon and draw like a triangle shape for his nose and color that in. And next, I'm gonna reach again and do his mouth. You can just do a smiley face, or you might wanna make circles, like little pieces of coal for that snowman. And then next, I'm gonna do his buttons. So I'm gonna make 3 circles, and you can make the buttons whatever color you want. I would let the student choose whatever color buttons they want. And then next, his arms. Now this is another good time to practice your horizontal and vertical lines. So you can draw it and then have the student trace it on both sides of that snowman. I made mine kind of diagonal, but they don't have to be. They could be straight out, so it's more horizontal. So there's my snowman. You can be done at this point if they've had enough making the snowman, or if you want to add a little something extra, you could draw some snow at the bottom of the paper. Make the snowman kind of like he's standing in the snow, and then color that in. And again, make sure that helper hand is holding onto the paper. Otherwise, if it doesn't see, my paper moves all over. So I need my helper hand to hold on to the paper. And then again, you could be done here, or if you want to do more, you could draw little circles for snow. Or another way, if you're working on horizontal and vertical lines, you can make like this, like a little star. Have the student, I would just do one at a time. Draw one, have the student trace, draw one, student trace, same thing, keep going. Yes, okay, so you can make your snowman picture look however you want. You can add as much or as little as you would like. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed this and hope you all have a good week. Bye, everyone.